Good morning, everyone. My presentation is entitled Towards a More Humanistic Labor Relations Management in the Philippines and in Asia. We'll proceed in the following manner. I'll introduce the concept of humanistic management by explaining what the economistic paradigm is and how the alternative humanistic paradigm has come about. Then I'll explain briefly the humanistic management movement, to be followed by the main proposals in this paper, how a more humanistic human resources and labor relations management can come about, then describe briefly the selected Philippine cases, followed by conclusions and areas for future study. Many of the multiple crises humankind faces at the dawn of the 21st century share a common denominator: an economic system with only marginal regard for human values and virtues. This is a so-called economistic paradigm whereby human beings are instrumentalized as quasi-machines. People are denied their uniquely human attributes such as civility, personal maturity, or moral responsibility, and there's a greater concern with improving technical knowledge, effectiveness, and efficiency rather than morals, character, or virtue. Humanistic management is a distinct perspective which focuses on the intrinsic value of human beings as humans first and foremost. Humanistic paradigm aims to create a more balanced relationship between those things that can be exchanged on markets and those that are not, but make life worthwhile. That is, human dignity and well-being. Humanistic management, understood in a very broad sense, regards concern for persons and human aspects in managing organizations. It is oriented not only to obtaining results through people, but also, and above all, toward people themselves, showing care for their flourishing and well-being. In 2009, the book Humanism in Business brought together a number of scholars with an interest in a human-centered management. This book questions the economistic paradigm and proposes the model now known as humanistic management. The editors of the book compose the core of the Humanistic Management Network, which publicizes and promotes different activities of the network, including symposia and workshops, specific conferences or panels as a part of other conferences, publication of research papers, the book series Humanism in Business, and the Humanistic Management Journal. On the Humanistic Management Network website, you'd find humanistic management exemplars abroad, such as the case of Pro Mujer, a nonprofit women's development organization dedicated to empowering women in Latin America to break the cycle of poverty, and Quick Trip, a retailer whose workers enjoy above average wages, job security, and benefits over and above those ordinarily given, and yet has financially outperformed its peers. This humanistic management movement and its increased focus on human dignity in employment relations has led to several improvements of working conditions. It can be shown that human resource management practices that are humanistic promote and nurture job satisfaction, organizational commitment, and a meaningful life for the workers. In the next few slides, we shall discuss briefly the implications for job quality, labor relations, fair treatment, recruitment and selection, and the compensation and rewards system. The quality of the working environment is critical to understanding how firms can shape people's well-being in the workplace. Workers who enjoy more autonomy can count on larger social support at work and enjoy work-life balance, declare higher positive effect and lower negative effect. A humanistic HR management is one that values organizational members by showing concern for their well-being, growth, and development. It offers advantages over one that focuses on positions of power and where members were expected to work by competing rather than cooperating. Humanistic HR practices result in job satisfaction, organizational commitment, and meaningful life for the workers through fostering trust and open communication between workers and employer, promoting work-life balance so employees will have more time for their families and others. These have resulted in harmonious labor relations. The humanization of HR management involves all attempts to protect human dignity through restoring human uniqueness by means of fostering civility, refinement, moral sensibility, reason, and maturity. Human quality treatment of human resources means dealing with persons in a way appropriate to the human condition. Inasmuch as people are called to human flourishing and to develop themselves, treatment with true human quality requires not impeding this, rather actively fostering it as far as the circumstances allow. Humanistic management, as a human-centric approach where values play a principal role, is very relevant to create a welcoming working environment. The set of values shared by the creatives, which highly influence not only their working style, but career choices they take, includes flexibility, work-life balance, continuous development, working with interesting and appropriate technologies, among others. One of the humanistic management exemplars cited previously is Quick Trip. Quick Trip manages to outperform its competitors while maintaining a loyal workforce of 10,000 plus employees. Quick Trip workers enjoy above average wages, job security, the chain has never had layoffs, and benefits including health insurance, performance bonuses, and paid vacation. It's important to cite cases like this outside of the US, for example, in the Philippines, which this paper attempts to do. The following are the selected Philippine cases which the paper proposes as humanistic management exemplars. First, Pandayan Bookshop. Second, San Jose Kitchen Cabinets. And third, Grace to be Born Maternity Home and Nursery. Pandayan Bookshop evolved from the Cabo-chan family-owned CVC supermarket, a Caloocan City supermarket. In 1993, the first Pandayan store began operating as a separate corporation. Pandayan shows that business can be a socio-economic tool to bridge the gap between workers and owners. An innovative compensation program gives Pandayan associates a greater share of the profits compared to most other business establishments. Incentives for employees include empowerment and the pursuit of their dreams. Next, San Jose Kitchen Cabinets. Since its inception in 1982, it was already sharing profits with employees. Mr. Chan, founder and manager, had always been of the belief that profit sharing can aid economic stability and decrease unemployment. In 1987, Mr. Chan realized that in any economic activity or business enterprise, there are always two partners, labor and capital. Thus, it followed that a 50-50% share would be logical. This profit share is over and above the salaries and social security paid to the employees. Grace to be Born Maternity Home and Nursery was established in 2008 by Bo Sanchez, Ray Ortega, and Betty Rojas Chua. The place serves as a temporary shelter for unwed pregnant mothers and an orphanage for the children born there. Grace to be Born has become a haven for the young ones to be born in and a place where their mothers have a chance for emotional and spiritual rebirth. Humanistic labor relations show good results, as evidenced by improvements of working conditions, workers enjoying greater autonomy and social support at the workplace, as well as work-life balance, promotion of job satisfaction, organizational commitment, and meaningful life of the workers. It has also been shown that it is possible to provide above-average pay and rewards, and to respect and protect life without losing the financial edge in the bottom line, as our exemplars in the Philippines have shown. This paper proposes the promotion of this movement in workplaces and boardrooms all over Asia. To end, our challenge is to mobilize our knowledge, expertise, goodwill, and moral vision into a transformation of the global economy so that it is not only productive but also fair and sustainable. And humanistic labor relations management goes a long way in achieving that. Thank you very much.